Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by. If you are not new, what's poppin'? How are you doing today? As you guys can see from the title of the video, we have a commentary video. We're gonna be talking about SkinnyTok, and I know these type of conversations are very sensitive, so I'm just letting you know right now, if you can't handle what I'm about to say, and you feel like it might get too out of hand, you can leave. If you can still listen to the video and have your different viewpoints or your different opinions, nothing is wrong with that. I'm all for different opinions, but I will give a disclaimer to make sure you keep it cute in the comment section, because if you do not keep it cute, I will block you. I don't know what it is, but whenever I make these videos and y'all don't agree with me, y'all start saying, "You ugly ass girl, that's why you fat, and being fat is unhealthy. Get all the fatties out of this city." No, I'm just kidding. Y'all don't say all that, but y'all be getting mad whenever y'all don't agree with me on these videos, and then y'all start insulting me. Like, you will be blocked. I'm not here for it. So let's get straight into it. It's a trigger warning. We're going to be talking about ED. We're going to be talking about how toxic SkinnyTok has become and why it can potentially drive somebody to ED. If it, yeah. But first, we're gonna talk about what is SkinnyTok. So I asked ChatGPT because I wanted to see how ChatGPT felt about SkinnyTok. I said, "What is SkinnyTok?" and I got, SkinnyTok is a concerning trend on TikTok and other social media platform where users, primarily young women, share content that promotes extreme thinness and disordered behaviors. Their hashtags like SkinnyTok and SkinTok videos often feature tips on calorie restriction, starvation, and unhealthy weight loss practices such as brushing teeth to deter eating, turning off the kitchen lights to avoid temptation. These posts frequently slogans: "If your stomach is growling, pretend it's applauding you. You don't need a treat. You are not a dog." Experts warn that these videos can normalize dangerous behaviors and contribute to mental health issues, including anxiety, depression, and The trend has drawn criticism for glorifying starvation and promoting unrealistic body standards, echoing early 2000s pro-anorexia communities rebranded from Gen Z. Now that we have gotten the concise definition of what ChatGPT thinks that SkinnyTok is, in my honesty, I agree. I know some people might be telling me, "Irene, like, nothing is wrong with SkinnyTok. Like, SkinnyTok is just teaching you how to restrict your food and how to be in a calorie deficit and to lose weight." But SkinnyTok, in my honest opinion, is very extreme, and I feel like it can further be dangerous. The way some of these influencers get online and talk about, you don't need a treat, you're not a dog, and stay away from the big friends because they want you to stay big, you haven't lost the weight by summertime, it's too late, and all these type of negative connotations and negative reinforcements that have to do with weight loss and remaining small. It is so dangerous to Gen Z, and a lot of the girls that are participating in SkinnyTok are girls that are literally in their 20s or younger. And the problem with participating with things like SkinnyTok is some people are too extreme. Some people, they don't understand that everything is in moderation. I know some people might say, well, that's not what SkinnyTok was originally created for. SkinnyTok wasn't originally created to be so extreme. It was just a way of teaching you how to restrict yourself and not overeat. But what it has been turned into something very extreme, to the point of damn near starvation. And I honestly feel like the girls are getting desperate because summer is literally right around the corner, and they're looking at a lot of these different transformations online, and they're trying to figure out, how can I get to where she's at? Like, how can I get to her level? And then they start stumbling upon SkinnyTok and getting these negative reinforcements from influencers, calling them all type of doggies, you don't need a treat, and all this type of stuff. And it literally severely turns into a extreme. I'm never gonna say the D because I don't know how YouTube feels about me saying it, and I don't want to get in trouble, but it turns into an extreme E disorder. I'm gonna just say E disorder. Well, that I'm gonna just say it turns into an extreme E. And it's crazy because when I was looking at GBT, it literally said It echoes early 2000s pro anorexia communities that is rebranded by Gen Z. And when I was really thinking to myself, I thought the way time moves is literally like a clock. Everything circles back around. So if you guys watch my fat acceptance video, you guys know I talked a little bit about how we are now going back to the early 2000s where it was not acceptable to be anything above a size 6. Skinny was in, everybody wanted to be small. You know, anything above a size 6 was considered fat. You guys remember America's Next Top Model? That's when America's Next Top Model was popping. I remember when Tyra was telling models that were small as hell that they were too big and they needed to stop eating. And I used to look down at my belly and think, if Tyra thinks they are too big, then what am I?
You have to model with your whole body. The other girls got on the ground, got up, moved around, held things in the air. You were like this the whole time.
Aloof and Passion were exactly the same. It was like Groundhog's Day.
Wow. Wow, what? Beautiful face. This is a beautiful shot, and it has an elegance that elephants have, despite their heaviness.
This photo is really beautiful, Kenya, but I hate to say it. They had to do a lot of body work on you and retouching.
At home, pretty much, I try to, eat right. And when we come here, my metabolism, everything is thrown off.
Stop! If you're sporting a gut, then you turn to the side and disguise it.
Kenya, in the real world, you're a thin girl. But the fashion industry is so extreme, and I would love to change the rules, but until that happens, I think it's all about choices, Kenya. You can get a burger and take the bread off. I make it work when I have to.
Thank you.
Now, I can eat whatever the hell I want. They'll retouch it, because I paid my dues.
I saw you eating those burgers.
I do. I eat.
Sheets of ribs.
You're new. Be honest with yourself and don't point the finger, because nobody will retouch a picture as much as we did this.
Hi, Anna. Hello. How do you feel about being the only plus size model here? I'm sure of myself, and that's who I am, so that's fine. Looked like you were more of a beauty queen than a model.
The early 2015s, we end up getting the curvy era. I would like to call that the curvy era. And I feel like that was an era for the girls who were naturally curvy or who were naturally on the more plus size side to embrace their bodies, to embrace their curves and stuff like that. But I feel like the curvy era was for a lot of plus size women with natural bodies to embrace themselves. I feel like the curvy era began to become overshadowed by the BBL epidemic and the BBL era. A whole bunch of girls started laying on the table to emulate the same bodies that the natural curvy girls were showing in public. And it's just crazy now that we're going back to the early 2000s where everybody wants to be skinny. And it's nothing wrong with being skinny, because I know some people are about to get in my comments and misconstrue what I'm saying and be like, you're fatty, go lose the weight, go lose the weight. Like, I know how people think, and I know people just automatically don't. Like, some people listen to respond. They don't listen to actually listen, if you get what I mean. So there is nothing wrong with you wanting to be skinny. There's nothing wrong with you wanting to change a body of yours. It's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like I say in all my videos, we treat our bodies like trends. The fact that everybody has now came to the conclusion that they don't want to be curvy anymore. There's girls saying that they want to take their BBLs out of their body. They don't like their BBLs no more. And then when you ask them, why don't you want your BBLs in your body anymore? They says, oh, it's just not on brand. It's not in trend no more. Everybody's getting skinny. When are we going to treat our bodies like our bodies and not like trends? Before you know it, when one group decides that they want to be big, everybody's going to go run and lay on the table and get their bodies done. And you guys, I'm just letting you guys know this right now. I'm letting you guys know this right now. Skinny will never go out of style. Skinny will never go out of style. That's the standard. But what I'm letting you guys know is that time and that clock and the way history moves is all parallel to each other. Just like we're going into a new era of everybody wanting to be small and anorexic, we will in 20 years from now, not even 20 years, I can literally see in about 10 years from now, I can see us going back to the I want to be thick era. I want to be curvy. I want a nice, like, curvy, voluptuous body. When is enough enough? Like, when is everybody gonna come together and say, you look the way you look, I look the way I look, but we can all embrace each other's body and we can all embrace each other. Not everybody's meant to be skinny, y'all. And I know some people might get mad, and I know some people might be like, Dad, talk about yourself, don't talk about me. But y'all, not everybody is meant to be skinny. I'm a firm believer where I believe that if everyone was meant to be skinny, then we will all be skinny. I feel like if everyone was meant to be skinny, then none of us would have been born a big baby. I feel like God would have made sure that everybody was a standard size and everyone was skinny. But as you guys can see, that's not the case. So I don't think that everyone's body frame is meant to be skinny. As y'all can see with me, I don't want to be skinny. Like, I don't think that I will look good like super duper small, you know, 120 pounds, not 20, but like 130, 140. I do not think, and I think, let me see. Yeah, 107 to 140 pounds, and that's just not me. It's not realistic for me, and nothing is wrong with that. You know what I mean? Gen Z do things to the extreme, and that's the problem with this whole SkinnyTok. The problem with these SkinnyTok trends is that a lot of these young girls are watching these influencers and are watching other girls on the TikTok app talk about how they lost weight. And so these girls might start off the way these influencers are giving them the advice to lose weight, and they might begin to realize this weight is not falling off as fast as I thought it would. And then they might go through more extreme measures to get the weight to fall off, not knowing that a lot of these influencers that have these workout guides and these eating diet culture guides and stuff like that, they've been doing this for years. Like, this is a body that took them years to build, and they get on this app and they lie to these women for views and tell them that they need to basically starve themselves in order to lose their weight and get to their goal and not eat and stuff like that. And the reason why they tell them that is because they know that if they say, hey, everything's in moderation, you can be in calorie deficit, but you know, there's a balance. You know, if you want to eat something that you might deem as you like it, maybe you might not eat it the week of, but if the weekend comes and you want to give yourself a treat for doing so good, excellent in the weekend, still within your calorie deficit, you can do so. They know that if they give them that type of advice, those girls are going to be looking at them sideways when 2 months go by and they haven't lost that much weight. Because people don't understand that when you really are building your dream body, it takes time. Like, even if they get to their goal and they lose all their weight, their body might not look the way they want it to look. It takes time. And the way that they trick these girls and they make these girls buy their guides is by telling them that they need to starve themselves, damn near, that they need to restrict themselves, that they do not need to have no sweet treats, no cheat meal, no nothing. Because they know that if they give those girls that type of advice, those girls will hit their body goals real quick, fast, and in a hurry, which then will make those girls deem their guides as acceptable, approval. It's approved. You know, her guides work. Meanwhile, you pay for somebody to tell you not to eat.
When I looked my best, I was going to a yoga class on a Friday to have girls come at me and ask me, oh my gosh, what's your workout routine? You look so good. Little did they know I actually went to an ED treatment facility the next Monday. When I looked the best, I would starve myself all day, and every couple weeks or so, I would get so hungry that I would go to Whole Foods, buy 10 different things from their bakery session, eat it all, and then force myself to, yeah. That's how my life was when I looked the best. No one had any idea. I had so many girls reach out to me after I shared my recovery story saying, I thought that you were like the girl to be. Like, I thought you were so cool and pretty and you had such a happy life, and then you came out and said that you had an ED the whole time. Like, that's crazy to me. Yeah, there are too many creators on this app. There are too many people in the world who are promoting the skinny ideal, and my meaning from this is I want those girls to get help, but I also don't want you to be negatively influenced from them, and we just got to stay out of that. That's not our vibe. That's not for us. We like to fuel our body. Just a reminder.
And my thing is this, because let's talk about Tony Fine. If you guys do not know who Tony Fine is, she is fitness, I think, influencer or fitness coach. I don't know what people like to call her. She's a TikTok fitness coach, and she goes on live and she gives people advice on what they should be doing to lose weight and how to prepare for the summer. I think she has a meal guide and a workout guide. I'm not too sure. But a lot of people swear by Tony Fine's videos. Mind y'all, I've been watching Tony Fine for years, y'all. Like, I found out about Tony Fine before she got as popular as she did now. And I'm not mad at Tony Fine, because I know somebody about to think that I'm gonna come here and say I hate her, I don't like her. I do not have an issue with Tony Fine. I feel like Tony Fine has finally found something to stick in her career. Like I said, she's been on TikTok for years, y'all. Like, I used to see Tony Fine pop up on my For You page back in the days where, I'm not going to say she wasn't popping, but like she wasn't as popular as she is now. And the way that she talks to people now is equivalent to how she used to talk to people back then. I just think that she upped it up a notch because she has found her niche, and her niche is insulting y'all and giving you guys negative reinforcement to starve yourself.
I want to be muscly, just skinny. What's the plan? Get out of my face. If you only want to be skinny, I can't help you. I can't help you. Why? If you wanted to be skinny, you needed a mother who was skinny. And people don't understand this. In order to be real thin like a model, you needed your mother to be real thin. Is your mother real thin? Then it's not going to happen for you. You're not going to be able to be real thin without a real thin mama. So your mama would have needed to teach you how to drink bone broth and how to count almonds. Literally how to have a lower metabolism, because that's where you get your metabolism from. So if you big now, there's no way I can teach you to be real thin. It's impossible. The best that I could do is teach you how to build muscle to be able to burn more calories so that you can be lean. But if you want to look smaller than Bella Hadid, you need Bella Hadid's mom. And your mom is the size of a clump, so you'll never be that small. So get out of my face. Putting castor oil in your belly button is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I don't know who SkinnyTok is. Thank you so much. Half a kind bar for breakfast? No, be kind to yourself. Summer planned? You're not gonna look good this summer, baby. It's too late. Summer is in 2 months and some change. You're gonna be big this summer. You're big now. You're gonna be big this summer. But this summer is over. You're not looking good this summer. You should have started before. Sorry. God, 90 days till summer, 60 days till summer, 30 days till summer. Oh my God. You're big now, you'll be big this summer. So just go ahead and make sure you got a moo-moo on top of that bikini, because we're not seeing no skin out of you.
This whole negative reinforcement trend is by far one of the most disgusting things I've seen happen on the internet. So let me just say this. It's corny, it's weird, and it's fatphobic. And the problem with being fatphobic is nobody cares about being called fatphobic. We care about all the other forms of bigotry, but for whatever reason, we decided that fat people are the only people who aren't deserving of being treated like a human being. But the biggest issue I have with this whole negative reinforcement trend is that it's not sustainable, because you literally cannot hate yourself into loving yourself. And now you're creating this unhealthy relationship with food because you're obsessing over all the foods you can't have, which is exactly how you get into a binge eating cycle. And I personally question the integrity of any personal trainer or nutritionist who's using this kind of reinforcement to encourage people, because they're completely ignoring the psychological aspect that comes with making a lifestyle change. And listen, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a personal trainer, but I will tell you what has worked so far for me. Switch up how you move your body. There's other ways to move your body besides the gym. I personally like to alternate between walking and going to the gym, and I'm actually thinking about trying hot yoga. Focus on the way your body feels when you're eating healthy. For me, I feel better when I'm eating more protein, my tummy hurts less when I'm getting good fiber in, and my skin looks better when I drink more water. Those are my motivating factors for making healthy choices. But if I want something, I'm not gonna sit here and deprive myself of it. It really is trial and error when you're making a lifestyle change. So focus on what actually works for you, and stop listening to these cornballs on the internet. Anyway, it's a walk day for me. This is my outfit. It's from Honor Active. I'm off to listen to my audiobook and do a hot girl walk, because that's what I like to do.
And whenever I watch her videos, I don't never really dislike her per se, because in my honest opinion, I just see it as she knows what she's doing. She's a great marketer. She's getting her coin. Like, she's making a pretty penny off of y'all, and her stuff works. You know what I mean? Because like I said, you guys are starving yourself.
That Tony Fine lady, that fitness influencer that be going off on y'all, I don't like to knock nobody hustle, but she's scamming the hell out y'all. If all it takes is to get on this internet and joke and talk about how big y'all is, shit, sign me up. How much are y'all paying for her goddamn fitness shit? Cause shit, y'all can sign up for my class today. It'll be $2 cheaper. I ain't even gonna lie, she slick like the woman Kevin Samuels. You remember when Kevin Samuels was on live and he was talking to that lady and he said, how big you is? And she said, like 2 something. He was like, yeah, we don't do that big shit around here. But I gotta give it to her, she hella smart. Cause she used to be like a regular fitness creator, and she sat down and she came up with a game plan. She was like, do y'all wanna hear this nutritional facts? Or do y'all really wanna hear the cold hard fact? And hey, and she be telling the cold hard facts. She said, if you think you lost weight in them jeans just because you can fit them, she said, go throw them back in the dryer. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all signing up for her course?
Then I think to myself, why did it take negative reinforcement for you to do what so many people have been telling you to do for years? What Tony Fine says in her live is not rocket science. Everybody knows by now that if you want to lose weight, you have to be in a calorie deficit. Why did it take somebody insulting you and telling you that you're not a dog and telling you that, you know, she doesn't want to see what you're going to wear for the summer if your stomach is showing because you didn't do this and you didn't do that, and telling you how big you are and saying and just making fun of you and giving you so many negative reinforcement and bullying you into going to the gym? Why did it take that for you to lose weight? Doesn't make sense. And I really don't I don't think people understand that that's not even how God talks to us. Like, I don't like, and I know somebody about to be like, oh, she trying to be spiritual now, but let's really think about it, y'all. That's not even how God deals with us. That's not even how God deals with his children that sin. That's not even how God talks to us. So why would y'all allow another human being to make you feel less than because you didn't get your summer body intact? Like, it just don't make sense to me. You know what I mean? And then a lot of the problems with these type of eating arrangement that these fitness coaches are producing for y'all is that is the reason why by the time the summertime is over with and by the time Christmas hits, a lot of you guys gain your weight back plus more. A lot of you guys will literally gain your weight back plus more because your eating habits were unrealistic. Your eating habits were unrealistic. You had somebody telling you to never have a cheat meal, to never have a sweet treat until you get to your goal, to starve yourself, to go brush your teeth if you're hungry, to do A, B, C, D. And let's say you did it and you lost your weight. By the time close your eyes and open it, y'all damn near gained majority of your weight back, if not all of your weight back, because it's not sustainable for the rest of your life.
I'm literally going to have to track my food for the rest of my life. I've lost 130 pounds, and last year in 2023, I kind of gave up on the tracking. I was like, you know what? I'm in a good spot. I like where I'm at. I don't need to track anymore. I gained 30 freaking pounds by not tracking anymore. Just was eating whatever I wanted to because I felt like I had that freedom after I lost the weight. But I've discovered that if I don't track my food, at least to an estimation, I gain weight like freaking crazy. And yes, I was putting on muscle, but not 30 pounds of muscle. Like, I got kind of chubby again. And that really messed with my mental health. And I don't want to ever be in that spot again. And not everybody has to track their food. Some people can eat what they want, and that's great and good for you. I wish I could do that. But I fear if I just stopped tracking my food and just ate intuitively, like I tried to do, if I tried to do that again, I think I would just keep gaining weight. It's hard and it sucks, but you know what? I am in such a better mental state now in the body that I'm in now, and I feel so much better about myself now that I don't mind tracking my food. Even if that means like literally forever.
It's just not sustainable. It's probably sustainable for one season, maybe even two, but it's not sustainable for the rest of your life. And it's crazy because I've been seeing so many people on TikTok showing their before picture when they were like a gym girl like last summer, and then showing how they look now, and it's them starting all over in the gym. And it's literally because of these unrealistic eating habits. I think that a lot of people in the community don't understand that when people say health is wealth, a lot of people just think about being big is unhealthy, but having these extreme E is unhealthy as well. Another problem that I have with SkinnyTok, and you are listening to influencers and fitness coaches insult you, tell you that you haven't lost weight by now, you might as well not wear a bikini in the summertime, cover your belly, we don't want to see you, this and that. When you have fitness coaches saying things like that and their videos are going viral and they're not really getting a lot of backlash from it, people are praising them and people are in the comment section saying, well, I'm so happy that I'm skinny. She not talking to me, she talking to y'all. My back is small. When you have people saying that, it turns into a comparison type of narrative. And then that's where fat phobia kicks into play. One thing that I begin to notice with society is that society have no issues being called a fat phobic person. If you were to call someone a fat phobic person, they will just be like, okay, like, I think at the very least they'll say, I'm not fat phobic, I just don't care to see somebody waste their life and be unhealthy and and give this whole hypnosis about how being fat is so unhealthy and, you know, you can die and all this bullshit that they like to, this narrative that they like to spill every time when it comes to bigger people. But they forget to tell their uncles who drink 2 liters of beer a day, their moms and their friends, and them who have unprotected sex with people 24/7. They don't tell them how unhealthy it is to participate in that lifestyle, but they always want to tell a bigger person how unhealthy it is to participate in that lifestyle. One of the main issues that I have with SkinnyTok, and I know there was a time that Tony Fine basically said in one of her lives she don't know what SkinnyTok is, she don't associate with SkinnyTok, but I understand that Tony Fine is trying to say that she does not associate with SkinnyTok, but she surely does. SkinnyTok associates with her. When people watch these type of content, it makes it easier to discriminate a person that does not look like you. Because when you looked at those comment sections on her page and even in her live, a lot of the times you will see people commenting, she's not talking to me. There's a lot of people that sit in Tony Fine's live that is not even big. I've seen a lot of women that sit in Tony Fine's live that is more so skinny. I've even been in Ashley Dalton's live. I don't know if you guys know who Ashley Dalton is, but she's another TikToker, and she basically gives advice on how to glow and level up and how to lose weight and all these type of various things. And she's kind of like Tony Fine, but she doesn't really insult like people like how Tony Fine does. They kind of do the same thing, like just give advice on how to glow up and how to become better looking and all this type of stuff. 30 of the times when I'm on those lives, I always see smaller girls on those live and they're just sitting there laughing. Times on Ashley Dalton's live where girls will go on live with her and ask for advice on how they can upgrade their appearance looks wise or hair wise or makeup wise or clothes wise or even size wise, and she gives them advice on how they can improve. And when I see the comment section, I always see it's a smaller girl in the comment section laughing at the girl who is on the actual live. Or if I'm on Tony Fine's live, I see people in the comment section that are way small, skinny as hell, don't look like they need to go on no type of weight loss journey, talking about, oh, she not talking to me, so I'm just here for the laughs and the giggles. Or people are sitting in the comments laughing and thinking it's funny. It makes it more easier for people to be more fat phobic in today's society. And it's not fair to fat people. And I know you guys probably get tired of me making these type of videos, but it's just not fair to fat people. You don't know what people are going through. There are some people that are big that have medical issues to the point where they can't lose weight. Whenever I say that, some people like to comment and say, well, we're not talking to them. We're talking about the people who are able-bodied and are still refusing to do something with themselves. How do you know who is able-bodied and who is not? How do you know? Like, can you look at somebody? No. Whatever your first initial process is when you first look at someone is how you feel about them. You're not looking at no big person and thinking, oh, maybe she's, you know, has medical issues, that's why she's big. You're looking at a big person and you're thinking, ew, like, she's fat. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. Or he's fat. That's it. Influencers and other people make it very easier to look at people that don't look like them and automatically judge them and automatically give them a preconceived notion that they're not doing anything with themselves or they're lazy, they're not being productive. Meanwhile, this could be a big person that's just now starting off their journey. They just started their journey. This could be a big person that's very productive. This could be a big person that used to be 389, now she's 289. She already lost 100 pounds. But you're just looking at her based off of how you see her now, and you're just like, ugh, like this don't look good. I'm so happy I'm not her, like, and stuff like that. Being judged, you know what I mean? Being judgy and making it easier to be fat phobic. And that's why I feel like SkinnyTok has become so dangerous, because a lot of people do not want to be on the opposing side. A lot of people don't want to be fat because they don't want to deal with how society treats a fat person. So a lot of people will start to go to the extremes to get on the other side of the spectrum. And that is the problem with SkinnyTok. It's given that SkinnyTok has now turned into a summer trend. If your body doesn't look good by now, it's not going to look good.
There's a clip going around on Twitter right now of Tony, the fitness influencer, basically telling people, like, it's March. If you don't have your summer body by now, you're not going to have it. And she's right. I think people really, truly underestimate how long it takes to get your dream body or transform your body. With summer, technically, like, if we're gonna go by the calendar date being about 3 months away, can you have like visible changes within that time frame? Sure. But if we are talking about like significant body composition, like that type of stuff,
it's going to take at minimum, on average, 6 months. I am not a trainer. I am not a dietitian. I don't have any certifications, but I would definitely consider myself someone who's a fitness enthusiast. I have lost over 35, about 40 pounds, and have maintained it. So I'm with her when she's right. I don't want to deter anyone from starting because it's never too late. And like I said, summer technically is 3 months away, so you can see some results. But like body banking, no corset, it's probably not happening.
By the summertime, start next year. Start over next year. If you don't look good by now, you're not gonna look good by the summertime. That has been literally the videos that I have been seeing popping up on my For You page now. And it just makes me start to think, are y'all only working out for the summertime? Like, are y'all only eating right for the summertime? Are y'all only doing this for the summertime? Like, it's given that you guys are going to extreme measures just to look decent in the summertime. Like I said, it goes back to what I said again. That's why by the time winter hits, a lot of people gain their weight back, because people are not really losing weight to actually lose weight. People are losing weight because trends are happening or because the summertime is approaching. It's very unrealistic to maintain those certain type of eating habits that they maintain to get to the summertime. And then by the time the summertime comes and goes, they start eating how they were eating before they started their weight loss journey, and the weight creeps back on them quick. You know why? Because when you starve yourself and when you deprive yourself of food, your body begins to grasp food when you really start eating, and your body begins to store a lot of fat and store a lot of your food and hold on to it in hopes that we don't know the next time this girl is gonna eat, so we're just gonna start grabbing and storing all the food that she eats, and before you know it, boom, the weight creeps right back on you. Babe, I am not at my goal. Like, I am not at my weight loss journey goal. I definitely want to be at my goal. I am trying to give myself the ending of the year to get to my weight loss journey. I know you guys been commenting like, oh my god, Irene, you look so good, like da da da, like thank you very much. I'm literally trying to get rid of my belly. I'm trying to get rid of my belly. It's been a roller coaster, but I'm trying to get rid of my belly, and then I feel like, you know, I'll be a little bit like, you know, I'll be snatched, you know what I mean? But let me tell y'all something. Baby, they gonna get whatever they get this summer. Whatever I'm looking like right now, that's what they gonna get this summer, bitch. I'm letting you know that right now. I know a lot of people keep saying, oh, if you didn't make it now, it's too late. Bitch, it's never too late. I'm gonna continue to rock the whatever body I got right now, embrace whatever body I got right now, and hopefully just hope that I get to my body goal when I get to my body goal. You know what I mean? And continue to work on myself. And I love this process of slowly losing weight. You know why, y'all? Because I would never intentionally, let me say intentionally, because you know some people get pregnant and they gain their weight back. I would never intentionally gain all my weight back again. I'm not saying I would never gain weight again, because in this journey I have gained 15 pounds and dropped it real quick, because I'm like, oh Lord, you're going back, you're going backwards, you need to go forward. But I would never gain all of my weight back again, because I know the struggle, the time, the energy, the heartache, the discipline, the motivation, the everything that it took for me to get to this level. I know the blood, sweat, and tears that I put into this weight loss journey. And I know that this wasn't just a trend. This was me actually trying to take control of my health and my body to get to this weight loss. So I know for a given fact that I will not gain the weight back intentionally because of all the effort that I put into this situation. Oh yeah, y'all. So the question that I have for you guys is, do you think SkinnyTok is beneficial to today's society or is it not? I will add this before I head on out. I'm not saying that every video that I have seen on SkinnyTok is toxic, because there are some videos that I have seen on SkinnyTok and it's literally makes sense. What they're saying is, you know, like healthy little tips to lose weight and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that. I am not saying that the whole of SkinnyTok is toxic, and I am not saying that everybody who creates SkinnyTok videos is toxic and is promoting unrealistic healthy eats. That's not what I am saying. But what I am saying is that there is a big difference between disordered and discipline. It's a very, very gray area, and a lot of people are getting into the gray area, and a lot of people are flirting with both of the things, because like I said, there's a lot of unimpressionable teenagers on the app of TikTok and all the other social media apps. They are looking up to these women who are like my age. You guys know I'm 27. They're looking up to these women who are older than 27, in their 30s, telling you how to do it, and they're listening to these women because these women are older, and not only are these women older, they have the body, and then they also have clients to back them up and say, she's right, it worked for me. So that's the question that I have for you guys. Do you think that SkinnyTok is toxic, or do you think it's beneficial to today's society? Since I've been seeing SkinnyTok, I've been just shaking my head. Like, every time I see SkinnyTok, y'all, I literally just shake my head and like, come on, y'all, like, we are better than that. And also, outside of SkinnyTok, guys, you do not need negative reinforcement for you to lose weight. You don't need negative reinforcement for you to gain weight, y'all. Like, you guys, come on. We know what we need to do as a society by now to lose weight. And we know what we need to do as a society by now to gain weight. There have been many other beautiful fitness coaches, many other beautiful fitness influencers have been around for years, the same time that Tony Fine started, even before she started, that have given you a realistic guide, a realistic balanced guide as to how they were able to lose their weight, the type of workouts that they do at the gym to lose their weight, the type of foods that they eat at the gym to lose their weight. And they were nice about it. It wasn't a negative reinforcement type of ordeal. It was literally just a, hey y'all, this is how I lost my weight and you guys could do it. Why did it take Tony Fine for you guys to realize y'all can do it? Think about it. Yeah, y'all, if you guys like this video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. I definitely want to know you guys' opinion on how y'all feel about SkinnyTok in the comment section down below. As I did state in the video, all opinions are welcome, but insults are not welcome. If you insult me, I will block you, okay? I be blocking people. I love blocking people. I don't even argue. When I first started my YouTube, I used to be on my keyboard arguing right back with you, you know what I mean? Because I'm all for a good key, you know? But now I just block you. I don't even have the energy to argue with people no more. I'm gonna just block you. I love you guys so much, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.